Clyde's going to talk, and then we're going to open up to some questions. So feel free to, afterwards, give him some questions, and we got some posters for sale, and he'll sign them for you. So turn it over to Clyde.
Yeah.
Thank you. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah. Well, I still have my jacket on, but I live in Madison, of course.
Yeah.
But my wife have electric blankets and things for me at home. So I don't worry. I love heat, and I'm originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee, but I've been living in Wisconsin for 25 years. So, and I've been back and forth here to the Green something club I used to come and play at occasionally. And anybody have any questions about anything, just speak up and I'll try and answer them. Yep. None? Yes.
You talk about how you got your start, who you were listening to growing up, and what
I got my style?
how you got your start playing drums, and who you were listening to when you were coming up.
I wasn't listening to anyone. I just started playing for myself. And I have 3 drummers that I admire, but I don't play like them or play after them or use any of their product. Bernard Purdy, David Garibaldi, and what's the other guy with AWB?
Average White Band.
Yeah. Steve
Who?
Ferroni?
Who?
Steve Ferroni?
No. I can't think of his name. I'm 71 years old and I forget a lot of stuff now, so you look out for David Garibaldi, Steve Gadd, and whoever. Those are my 3 favorite drummers. And I don't take after no one. I just play my feeling and my soul. So nobody can tell me what to play or how to play it. It's just, I just put the pattern down. Anyone else? Yes.
How did you meet James? How did you meet James Brown?
How did I do?
How did you meet James Brown?
I met James Brown. I was living in Macon, Georgia. And he had a friend that owned a club down there, Clint Bradley. And I went to jam one Sunday, and I didn't know Brown from no one else, actually. So as I went to jam, someone came up and says, "Hey, fella," while I was jamming, says, "Hey, Brown would like to see you when you finish this song." I said, "Okay." And I started up another song, and so Brown came up and said, "Hey, man, I want to talk to you when you finish." And I didn't know him, like I said. I said, "Cool." And I went over and started talking with him, and he says, "I'd like for you to come in and do it. Check out my band and see if you can play with it." I says, "Okay." And he was playing in Augusta, Georgia at that time, that next week. So I went down to Augusta, Georgia, and the place was jam-packed. Had 5 drummers on stage, 5 drum sets. And I'm going, Jesus, what do he want with me? 5 drums. And so I sit down and jam with him, and after that, I did about maybe 2 songs, 3 or 4 songs, and after that, he gave me $100 bill. I said, "Thank you." And got back home, and he says, "I'll be getting in touch with you." I said, "Cool." And I hadn't heard from nobody or nothing for about a month, and I said, "Oh, you ain't gonna do nothing." And then after that, that's when Clint Bradley, his friend, came and said, "Brown wants you in North Carolina." I said, "Okay." So he put me on a flight, and I went to North Carolina, and that's when I joined Brown in 1965. And my first hit with him was "Cold Sweat." And I loved it. I've been around the world with James Brown, and I had no idea that I'd be traveling that much. But I went around the world, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Anyone else? Yes.
How would you describe your style of drumming?
What's that?
How would you describe your own style of drumming?
How did I start my style?
How would you describe your style of drumming?
My soul, my feelings, my inspiration, just, that's my style. You know, I don't have anything, the bass player can start playing a song and I just pick up a beat and put with it. And that's my style. And I just lost a thumb too. So I'm working on another product. I'm trying to get this together. It ain't easy, believe me, brothers and sisters, that when you don't have a thumb or fingers or something that you're playing a musical instrument, it ain't easy. It's hard for me to dress. It's hard for me to button up shirts and stuff, you know, like. It's just, you know, to get these buttons and stuff going, I go, oh my God. But I can't do my sleeves. My wife has to do my sleeves. But I just have another product. And my drumstick has a mute on it. So I can hold it like this here. And I'm getting used to it. It's not easy, but I'm making a whole new pattern, which I don't know what it is. It's just something different that I do. Anyone else there?
I asked you on the way here how you came up with the Cold Sweat beat, or if you had like written that ahead of time, and you had a good answer. If you want to answer, you know.
I have no idea. I just started playing. When the bass player, like I said, put a pattern down, I just put a drum pattern to it. And that's what Cold Sweat beat come from. Yes?
I guess on that note, what's your favorite James Brown song to play?
What's my favorite?
Yes.
Well, Cold Sweat's one. I Got the Feeling, Give It Up, Turn It Loose, Black and Proud. All those. I hate Funky Drummer. I can't
That's what I wanted to hear.
Well, we were playing in Atlanta, Georgia one night, and when we got through, we were going to Cincinnati. And as we got into Cincinnati, I thought we were going to the hotel to check in and go to sleep. And that's when Brown told the bus driver, take everybody to the recording studio. I'm going, oh my God. Excuse me. And so we got to the recording studio, and I just started a drum pattern, and the bass player joined in. And Brown came in and says, and put some lyrics to it, and that's how the Funky Drummer started. And I can't stand it. Because I was just making up something, just doing nothing. And it came out to be a big thing. So I still can't stand it. Yeah? Anybody else? Yes?
What would be your best word of advice to other musicians?
I'm sorry, speak up.
What would be your best advice to other musicians?
Hard for me to hear too.
What would be your best advice to other musicians?
What is my
Best advice.
best advice?
Yeah.
Well, the best advice for fellow musicians is play what you feel. Don't let someone else tell you what to play. Because that's their idea. It's not yours. So I have no one telling me what to play, how to play it. I've turned down a lot of jobs because I don't read music. But no one can tell me what to play or how to play it. They can give me an idea of what's going down, but for us playing the pattern, I put my own drum pattern to it. That's what it should be for any musician. Put your own pattern down, and don't let no one say, hey, play it like this. No, you got it wrong. I'm gonna play it like this. You know, if you don't like it, I shouldn't be here. Yeah. What? Thank you. Thank you. And what else?
Who's your favorite bassist that you've played with?
What's that?
Favorite bass player that you've played with?
I have no favorite bass player. Just a good bass player. I like a good bass player. I have no favorites in bass players. But I always look forward to having a great bass player in the band. Doesn't matter about the guitar or anything, just the bass. And if the bass player is good, I got my pattern. Otherwise than that, I can't do it without a good bass player. I can, but it ain't gonna match up. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you show us your favorite drum beat?
I don't have no favorite drum beat.
You play the one that you enjoy the most then?
Well, I just play. You know, that's just one of them. That's one. You know, I have different patterns that I play, and it's not a favorite one. It's just what I feel. Yes?
Of all the songs that you've been sampled in,
What's that?
you've been sampled in so many songs. Are there any of them songs that you just can't stand that you're in? That you got sampled in?
Yeah, Cole being a funky drummer. I don't like funky drummer. But that one made a big hit and it just went out. And I'm going, okay, cool, but I don't like the song. Someone else?
How'd you start drumming?
What's that?
When did you start drumming? How old were you, and how did you get into drums?
Well, I was in the grade school, and they had a big parade downtown, Armed Forces Parade, and you get permission to go, and I went to the Armed Forces Parade, and on the way back home, the bass drum passed by me, actually. Boom, boom, bop, boom, ba, boom, da, boom, da, boom, bop. And that's the way I went home. I went home just ad-libbing, not hitting on it. I just went home. And then I got home and started playing with just wood sticks and playing on tin cans and stuff like that. And that's how I got started. It wasn't nothing that I learned or went to school for. It was just, I felt what was going down and I played what I felt. Yes? Anyone else?
What kept you going on the long tours and on the long shows? What did you love most about playing with James Brown? And was it the traveling, or was it the actual shows that really did it for you, or what kept you going?
It was the shows that kept me going and the people in different countries.
Yeah.
I love to perform for different people, other countries, because they liked what I was doing and I liked what I was doing. And like London, England is one of my favorite places. And I had no idea that I'd be doing all that traveling, number one. I traveled the world with James Brown. And I had no idea I'd be doing that.
Was it surprising when people on the other side of the world knew your grooves and?
Oh, it was very surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, wow, they love it. You know, I'm going, what am I doing that they love? And I just said, I'm doing my own pattern.
Yeah.
I'm not copying. Yeah. So don't copy. Just do your thing. And do it the best way you can. Yep.
What kind of music do you like to listen to now?
Oh, I love country. I like the old country, not the new country. It's too rock and rollish, the new country. I like country, and I want to play some country. I got a chance to play at the Grand Ole Opry one time. Unexpectedly. Yeah, Jesus, I'm playing the Grand Ole Opry. You know. And I love country music. That's what I want to do, a few country songs right now. You know. I got the soul, the funk and all that. I just want to do some country and put my own beat to the country field. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Just a good follow-up to that question. Do you listen to today's music, kind of like pop and stuff like that on the radio, and like what do you think about it?
Well, I don't listen to the pop. I don't listen to music that much. I'm a TV person. I love watching TV.
You're my kind of guy.
I love watching TV. Things come out in the news and on computer that people come up and tell me, hey, this happened. I've seen this about you. I go, thank you. But I don't read about me. I don't know nothing that's going on about me. Until someone come up and tell me. I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee is my hometown. And I did some Bessie Smith stuff down there at the Coliseum, and they donated a date to me Saturday, Clyde Stubblefield Day.
Oh.
Thank you. And I least expected to have a date donated to me, but I appreciate that. And it's an honor. You know, a lot of things has happened in my life that I don't know nothing about. But it comes out in the biggest, New York, they have some of the biggest newspapers there with me in them, and I'm going, okay, thank you all. I go, all right, now what? But it's a pleasure. And like I could be sitting at home, someone can call me and says, hey, I heard this about you. I go, oh, you did?
That's great.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Anyone? Yeah.
How do you practice?
I hate practice. I know what I'm supposed to do. I hate practice not listening. It's going to be a brand new song that I have to put a feeling to it, and then I work on that. And I only work on that for about 1 or 2 measures or something. But I can't stand practice. Practice is a game. It's a cheating game, because what you got to learn if you're already playing. You know, practice is, like I say, a new song or a new something, then you can practice it. But practicing all the time with a band, no way. And in the studio, when I go in the studio, I record a song once or twice, and that's it. I'm not going to record it no more. I said, now you can overdub everybody else. I'm not going to play no more. Because what's the use of me playing more when I done what I felt? You know?
Yeah. So it's, James Brown is famous for being kind of a stickler, but it sounds like you kind of just did your thing no matter what. And it doesn't sound like it was like long rehearsals and long getting ready for each show, or was it? I mean, did it feel off the cuff for you all the time, or was it hours of rehearsal?
No, it wasn't a long rehearsal or anything. It was just like I say.
Show up and play.
The bass player pick up a pattern and I play a pattern, and Brown come in and put lyrics to it, and
Yeah.
we got a song.
Cool.
Like a lot of songs that I never didn't even suspect, but people, when we was riding the bus, come up and say, hey, we got a hit out there. I go, what is it? They go, so and so. I go, damn, I didn't know that. You know? Like it was just a drum pattern that I played that somebody caught on to and liked it.
Yeah.
And I never try to repeat those patterns. I just play what I feel.
Yeah.
So you said you didn't really know when a song became a hit or whatever. Was that because, like...
What's that?
You said you didn't really know when a song became a hit.
No.
Is that because, like, James didn't really hang out with the band and kind of kept that information private, or?
No, he didn't. We would ride the bus and Brown would fly. And once in a blue moon, he would get on the bus and jive around with the band, but that was it. He never hung out or we conversation or anything. But like I said, it's just once we put down a pattern, he come in and put lyrics to it, and that's mainly what I done mainly when I joined them. All I done was play the drum pattern, and the bass, they played their pattern, and he put lyrics.
And then they overdubbed the horns?
Yeah, overdub all the other stuff, and he had a hit. What? Damn.
It's that easy? It's that easy.
What's that?
It's that easy?
It was that easy. Because like I said, he could not come up and tell me what to play or how to play it. I didn't hear him or understand, if you go tell, like I said, I turned down a lot of bands. I didn't read music, and I told him, I don't read music. I don't know what music is, like Chinese writing to me. And I don't know what you're talking about. I says, I play what I feel. You just give me the pattern of what you're doing, and I'll put a drum pattern to it. And if you don't like that, get someone else. And
well, on that note, there was a rumor that he would fine certain musicians for infractions during performances.
I what?
There was a rumor that James Brown would fine his musicians.
Oh, God.
I'm guessing you weren't aware of that.
James Brown would fine. He'd be on stage. We'd be performing, and for some reason, I don't know the reason why he would do some things, but if something that he didn't like or feel, he'd turn around and go, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's pointing at you for that reason, and it comes out of your pay. And when I first joined him, I think I was making $150 a week, all the shows, and then I went up to 200, and then 250, and then 300 was the highs. And hotels were no more than $25 a night. But and then I had to get my own clothes clean and my own food and stuff. Plus, I was married at the time, so. And some people in the group, like managed Brown, was his manager, like Charles Bobbitt was an asshole. He would take your money and without, Brown would sometimes fine you and didn't take the money out, but Charles Bobbitt would see you fine and then take that out your pay.
Damn.
So it was a lot of things that I didn't like, but I never squawked about them. Yeah. Squawking ain't gonna do you no good anyway. Yeah, anybody? Well, I guess we should get the bass player up here and see what we can strike up a few things. We're not gonna be playing it all night or play the whole pattern, but we'll just put a pattern down. Yes.
Are there any, either funk or country patterns that you've come upon recently that you find challenging?
I'm sorry?
Are there any new patterns that you've come up with in the last few years that you might find still challenging or, more novel than other stuff you've written?
No, I don't think of those things.
Okay.
I don't let those things bug me or get in my mind.
But is there one that any new pattern that you've come up with recently that you especially like?
Nope. No. I just like what I feel, what I do.
All right.
Like I say, I might not even do that again because I don't know what I done. So, give it a whirl. Give it something. This is the way things used to start. You go play a bass pattern. like this with the hi-hat. So it was just different things you do. I'm getting a little warm. So. But it's just different things you do that I felt that I would put into the music to make it feel good for me. Yeah. And losing a thumb ain't easy, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. It's not easy to do something like you used to do to play period. Because like I said, that's why I have this little thing on the stick. So I can hold it. I can hold it because the thumb is not wrapped around it like that. So it's just me holding that thing without the stick, without the thumb wrapped around it, you know. 1, 2. It's just my accent that I put in there. It's like, so just let my stick wander. And I just started doing that. And people go, how you do that? I go, I just do it. There's nothing special. You know, like, okay, 1, 2. But Brown liked that stuff, and I'm going, cool. I'll do those type of things, you know, just to please him. Questions? Yeah?
What's your idea of a good fill?
I'm sorry?
What's your idea of a good fill?
What?
A good fill.
What would I do, a good feel?
A good fill. Now, like when you get away from the beat and you go around your kit.
That's just an idea I have. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just do something. And,
well, what's one that you think is really good? What's one that's really good that you like to use a lot?
Which one? What?
Which one is really good? Which one do you like to use a lot?
Nothing. I just put stuff in there. So I have no idea. It's just my feel, what I feel, and I use it. You know, and I like this type of groove. 1, 2, the 4, 4. something and a groove, you know. And Brown would come in going, make it funky. Make it funky. Make it funky, baby. Make it funky. So he wouldn't know what I was going to do, and I wouldn't know what I was going to do. So it was just, I played something, and he liked it, and we just put the grooves to it. Yeah. Anybody? What's that?
So do you like long solos? Or you like nice and short?
Solos, I hate solos.
I thought you might say that.
I can't stand solos because it's not proving anything. It's solos to me was out of the question, but I did some, which I wasn't prepared for them, but like on that TV show, James Brown, whatever that show was on TV, he says, Clyde, you got a solo. I wasn't expecting it. And I did something, and he go, and then they came after I'd done so many patterns on that solo to the band come back in, and they liked it. I'm going, now what did I do that everybody liked it? So, I don't know, brother. My plan is just me playing.
Happy accidents.
What's that?
Happy accidents.
Well, it's not an accident, it's just happiness.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. An accident is something that you don't have a feeling for, but you try to do it. I don't try to do something, I just do it. You know, whether it's right or wrong. So, and I'm happy about it, but I don't know what I've done.
Yeah.
Anybody? Give me a pattern. You play something. So it's like I just played mainly a pattern against the bass player, whatever he's doing, and we just lock in and do something. But I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't even know what I'm doing. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Anybody? Yes?
Do you think or feel that how did your playing develop when you were playing with James Brown?
How did I what?
How did your playing develop? Do you feel like you started at one point before you joined his group, and then with your tenure with him, that developed to a place that was more interesting, or I don't know, what do you feel about that? In terms of
I played the same way I played if I went to a jam. It's, I didn't try to do nothing different. Doing something different, you fuck yourself up. And cause you don't know what you've done. And I don't know what I was doing anyway, but I don't do something different. I do what I feel that's comfortable and got a groove, a soul groove mainly. soul pattern, you know. I got, like I said, I got into the 4/4. I like the 4/4 pattern. Because that does a lot, but you got to keep that. Mainly, you got to play time on everything. If you lose the time, you lose the groove. So I always love playing on time. And Brown taught me one thing. Accent me, always put the one in there. Make sure that one stand out. Like 1, 2, 3, 1. 1. 1. 1. Make sure that one always stand out and you know what you're doing. But if you don't make that one stand out, it's just like. But when you put that one in there, so it's a different feel once in a while. You know, why don't they just have an electric drummer playing straight without that one, you know? But otherwise than that, no. That was a good beat. What was that?
What?
Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do this here. I don't know certain things, but I got the feeling. I got the feeling, baby. I got the feeling. I got the feeling, baby. When you hold me, when you squeeze me tight. Baby, make it feel alright. But it's like, it's no whatever. It's just a groove, and you make sure that groove is grooving. You don't go, okay, now I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna play the right one, but I'm gonna put a little slow to it. When you lose the groove, it goes slow. So it takes away from something. It don't keep that same pattern going. So you have to keep the number one going and the pattern. If you lose the pattern, you done lost the song. You know what?
Do you like singing?
I used to like singing. I used to make up, I have some CDs out my own songs. And Jabbo, the other drummer, he plays with me on those things. And singing is a hard product when you're singing and playing. Let's see. And you see, I have one song called, God, see, I can't even think of some of the songs I have. About money. I can't think of it, sorry about that. But I am 71 years old and I forget a lot of stuff. And it shocks me too to forget it. But I don't know. But Soul Power is one of James's songs. That was a good one. I don't even know how that went. I don't know how any of the songs that he done went. Cold Sweat, all of them. I just played. Now, if he was living and done Cold Sweat again, I'd do it a different way. But with the same feel, but a different drum pattern probably. So, it doesn't matter. I don't play songs the same way that I normally recorded them. but with the same feeling I do. Anyone? Yeah.
Are all your groups only in 4/4, or do you have any odd meter stuff?
Do I have what?
Do you ever play anything other than 4/4? Do you ever play like a 5/4 or a 7?
Oh, no. 4/4 is the problem. No, I don't know nothing about 5/4 and all that stuff. I might play it, but I don't know what I was doing.
You think you can show us something if Joe plays a 5/4 group?
Play a 5/4 group. I can't find nothing for that. You know, if I sit down and study it a while, I'd find something for it. But mainly 4/4, 3/4, and those type of things are in my pattern.
Do we get a 3/4 then?
What's that?
Do we get a 3/4?
3/4? 1, 2, 3. Remember your hi-hat. That's your time signal. Never let your hi-hat go away. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the main thing. That's your time signal. You gotta have that time signal somewhere. You can't have it nowhere else actually, and continue it. So that. Whichever one of those patterns there is the pattern you play against. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To that, and we'll make a song. Next thing I know, it's a hit song, and I go, damn. And to play that all over again, I learned to play that pattern, but not the same groove. So, it's not easy, but it is easy. It's the thought. And I have dialysis also. If you don't understand what dialysis is, I have some tubes right here that they hook up. That I have to go in and get that taken care of, blood changing and all that stuff. So that's why I have to go back tonight to go in the morning. They call that life or death thing. Yeah. But I put up with it. I could get pissed off and say, fuck it. And die. And everybody would be going, man, why don't you go? Why don't you do this? I said, don't, you know. But they don't have to tell me that because I know what I got to do. So it's like this thumb. People go, how you doing that? I go, I don't know. I'm just doing it. And that finger, you know, I can't, that's most I can do is that. Now this one, I can do, you know, everything with that. But this one, I can't even touch that bare part down there, you know, so it's not easy not having all the units to work with.
Still doing it though. Still doing it.
Yeah.
Doing it.
So I make up a whole new idea.
Yeah.
Get pissed about it and say, fuck it. What?
Go for it.
Yeah. You say you like country. You want to play a country beat that you like?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know too many lyrics.
Like shuffling.
Huh?
You want to do like a shuffle thing?
Oh, well, the country, the 1, 2, 3. That would be a country blues. That's a blues field, but it's mainly into the country pattern. I had the opportunity to go play the Grand Ole Opry, which that shocked the shit out of me because I have no idea how, to go play Grand Ole Opry. I'm going, oh my God, they want me to play a song. I went, okay. So I played. And it was fun. Now I want to play some country, but not the new country. I want to play the old country. I don't know too many of the lyrics of the songs, Let me see. Country. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the pattern right there. And you put everything against that.
Start everything with hi-hat is most important.
The most important, the time signal.
Yeah.
Cool. You mentioned Jabbo or John Starks. You're also other fellow drummer who played with James Brown. Like, what was your relationship with him and everything?
With who?
Oh, with Jabbo.
Oh, Jabbo and I like brothers. Jabbo is the other drummer. He was more of he played with Bobby Blue Bland, all his hits and stuff before he joined Brown. And I loved Bobby Blue Bland, the music they played, and I didn't know that he played with them. That's when when I met him at the jam session where I went to. I asked him, I said, who you used to play with before you joined me? He said, I played with Bobby Bland. I said, you played with Bobby Bland? It was like a shock to me because I loved the music Bobby Bland put out. And so he plays mostly that type of a feel, like a 1, 2, 3. It's a man's world. That's his type of, he played most of them songs.
He do the slow.
Yeah, the slow and the groove things mainly in the blues field. But when Brown traveled, like I went to Vietnam with Brown and, for a week over there, and I was the only drummer, so I had to play a lot of stuff that I normally would not play. And it worked out okay, and I enjoyed playing for the soldiers mainly. It was a pattern, perfect. And they enjoyed every moment of it. And I was a happy man. But a lot of things I've done that I was happy about. I don't know.
How did you decide?
Huh?
How did you decide who was gonna play on what? Is whoever felt.
Brown decided that. I'll be playing, that's where the fine came in. If I be playing, and Brown didn't feel good about that, he'd point to Jabbo, and Jabbo would come in. Or something like that, different than what I was doing. And Brown would like that better, you know. What's the difference? You know? The beat is different, but the timing is still the same. So Brown was a different guy, ladies and gentlemen. He was he took the strength out on women. He never did hassle with men too much. Women was his he made women his strength because he controlled them in a sense. He couldn't control men, but women he used women, and I didn't like that work a damn. But ain't nothing I could do. I just let him handle his thing, and I handled my thing. But Jabbo is the same way. And Brown was a different man. You all don't know Brown, and y'all know his music and his singing and all that. But for his lifeline, you know, I would poot on it, you know, because he had no power for his respect. You know what? Huh? No? Yeah.
What's a good bass player to you?
I'm sorry?
What kind of bassists do you like to play with? What makes a good bass player to you?
His groove. The bass player has a groove. Like I didn't like Bootsy because I didn't respect him. He was an asshole and still is an asshole. And I wouldn't go anywhere with Bootsy today because of that. He has no respect for people. And it pisses me off. He used some of my musician friends and never paid them or whatever and had a squawk about it. So I don't appreciate that. So he cannot get me to go anywhere with him. Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about James Brown's life. I know last year we had the film Get On Up, and did you see the film? And was it true to you?
Get On Up. That's when Brown wasn't in there.
Right. From last year, the
movie that you said you watched and what?
Right. I didn't like it. Well, my wife and I went to see the movie, and they had someone playing for me, and they had someone playing James Brown. They had someone playing Jabbo Starks. And I didn't like it. I left way before half of the movie was on.
Wow.
You know, it's like, you know, it's disrespect.
Did they invite you to the premiere in L.A. or did you go see it in Madison?
I went to see it in Madison.
Yeah.
But I like the James Brown documentary. When it came on HB and all that stuff, and we talked. I like that because it was a real James Brown, real musicians. But that movie came out wasn't the real musicians, and yeah, disrespectful. No.
How did you feel about reggae music when that was becoming popular?
Reggae is a weird thing.
Good question.
Reggae is a great feel, but it is weird because of let's see. It's got its own groove to it, which I would put another pattern to it if it was reggae, with the same feel, but a different pattern. So, reggae is a great music, but you got to know what you're doing. You can't play around with reggae because reggae will knock you out. And I love reggae, but you gotta have a pattern for it. Yes. Why don't you ladies ask questions? You don't play drums, do you? Okay, well, you might play something. Yeah?
Got a question. A lot of funk drummers will play like rim shots on 2 and 4.
I'm sorry.
A lot of funk drummers will play rim shots on 2 and 4, and I noticed you're not playing like a rim shot. You're just hitting it right on the drum. Do you always play it like that?
What do you say?
Rim shots, like when
rim shots versus not playing rim shots.
Well, when I played rim shots, it was something that Brown was turning around, or with it, if I'm playing, and I put a rim shot, that's when he might turn around and play. But for his rim shots, I didn't, we only done it when Brown made a certain move. We didn't play them all the time. Rim shots is unnecessary.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did James Brown improvise most of his lyrics, or can you talk a little bit about the process, about like how a song came together?
What was that?
Did he improvise a lot of his lyrics, like on the spot? Was it all, did you write songs by improvising them on the spot?
James Brown's like lyric and songwriting, did it seem like he was mostly improvising in the studio and stuff? Yeah.
Yes, he improvised a lot.
Yeah. Did he come in with songs, like pre-written stuff? Or
once in a while, he'd come in with a pattern of a song.
Yeah.
Otherwise than that, he'd just improvise and make up words.
Yeah.
And for as me hard of hearing, my manager is Kathy Williams. She's a beautiful, and my sister also. But I'm hard of hearing on certain things, so I have to have someone to repeat stuff to me.
That's okay.
And my wife is harder. I get angry with her. But yeah, Brown would come in like It's a Man's World. He had a pattern for that. Give It Up, Turn It Loose, no pattern. I Got the Feeling, no pattern. Cold Sweat, no pattern. Just words he put together for those songs. Right then. And certain songs he already had, they were written already. And he would perform them that way, written already. So, but otherwise than that, he had no pattern for his songs, just the ones he put together.
Go ahead, you go.
Yes?
What do you think of rap?
Of what?
What do you think of rap music?
Rap music is all right, but I never got credit. They used a lot of my drum patterns. They used that Cold Sweat drum pattern when it first came out. They used that on rap. I never got credit for it. See, Brown got credit for all the drum patterns because it was his music, not his drum patterns. And see, I don't look for nothing but an introduction. This is Clyde Stubblefield playing this. If you don't do that, nobody knows who's that. It could be an electric drummer, could be anything. But when you introduce the person that's doing it, you're giving them credit. But rap did not give you credit. No way. But hip hop started out giving credit a little bit. Okay, we're going to do a few more things and take a little break, but now, anybody got something else?
I was just going to ask if you got any, when a single came out, did everybody in the band get one copy, or how did that work? Did you even get copies?
Copies? We didn't know what was copy or not. We didn't even know what was out.
Yeah.
So, Cincinnati at the recording studio, that's where they made all the records, and we record in one building. And in that same building, they would be pressing the records. So we don't know what was hits or what could have been on the record. We don't even know if it was a record. But it came out and it was a hit. And I'm going, cool. You know, how did that, you know, I never questioned how did that happen. It was always a question that's good, you know, but what went on to make it be that? And the soul feeling was in that. It was a group, the soul feeling of James Brown music made it hits and stuff. Not the lyrics, because nobody knew what he was going to say or how even if he done it repeatedly. Nobody knew what he was going to say. Today he would make up songs. If he was living, today he would make up songs that you don't know what lyrics he's saying. So, you know, it was just a thing. A thing, yeah. Anyone?
How about your snare drum? Do you pay attention to how you tune your snare drum?
I'm sorry?
Your snare drum. Do you pay attention to how you tune your snare drum at all? Or?
Well, you're right, because when I first started playing with Brown, we never mic'd our drums. We didn't have no mics on our drums, and we just played them the way in auditoriums everywhere without microphones. And till a box came in and started putting mics on our drums. But otherwise than that, we just played what we felt. And we didn't know the difference. When we mic'd it, cool. We didn't care if you mic'd it or didn't mic it. We just played it anyway. And I used to have big knots on my hands from playing so hard and stuff. I never felt them, but they managed to be there from playing so hard. And I respected that because it gave me a feeling about what was going on. Otherwise than that, we never knew.
What was it like playing the huge rooms? Did you just play harder and harder?
Play harder and harder. You know, we played big football, baseball fields.
Did you feel like people could hear what you were doing?
Oh yeah, they heard what we were doing because we, you know, that's what we, you know. We didn't play. Even when we were mic'd, we didn't play that light. We played the same way when we were mic'd as we wasn't mic'd, so didn't make any difference. Yes?
When was the first time you heard the word funk? Do you remember hearing funk used?
I don't know. It was, I don't even know where the funky drummer came in. It was just, somebody said, "You're the funky drummer." I go, "Okay." No, funk, I don't know. All I remember was rhythm and blues, mainly. But then soul music came in the name. After rhythm and blues, you playing soul music, yeah. And then that's when you playing funky soul music. So it all got a title to it. And I didn't realize that was what it was. So it was just whatever we felt. But, so we're going to take a little break and come back and have some more music and do some things.
Give it up for Clyde. I enjoyed that.
Let's hear Clyde bass player there, too.
Give it up for Joe. From the great band Wolfpack.
Thank you.
So if you guys got tickets for the late show, feel free to stick around, and Clyde's going to be hanging out and probably signing some posters and stuff, so let's hang out. Oh, you know what, real quick, before that, if I can get everybody over here, and we all take one photo with Clyde, I'll put it on the Tonic room, and then you guys can tag yourselves. So let's do that.
Thank you all, but we'll be back.
Who was here for Bernard? Anybody here for Bernard? We did that for that.